Hey, what is up, everybody? So I thought I would do another video. It's been a little while, and I have to do my valve seals, so I thought, why not make a video and, show some other people how to do this. So, these are the valve seals I'm going to be putting on. Just these little guys right here. The ones on there right now are pretty worn out. They got pretty hard. I definitely get smoke when I let off the throttle from excessive blow-by, but these are the seals I'm using. Part number 800-929. These are from Z Car Depot. I think they're like $26. They come with all the valve seals. There's 12 of them since 2 valves per cylinder. They're good quality. They're good quality. I think there's like 2 different qualities on there. There's the normal one that they have, and then there's like a Japanese ones, but I don't remember which ones I got. I think they're like $26 though, so they're not crazy expensive. And then, so you're gonna need those, of course. And then also, this is the valve spring compressor, which really helps out if you don't want to take your cam and everything off and take your cylinder head off and do a stupid amount of work. And then this part really depends on you and your style of doing things, but I use the rope method or the string method, whatever you want to call it, to keep my valves from falling into the head and onto the cylinder. Now there is another way to do this if you don't want to do the rope or string method or whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's with an air fitting that threads into the spark plug hole into the right there, and then you put air on it with your air compressor, and it keeps compression and keeps your valves up, so you don't have to worry about dropping your valves. But I do not trust that method 100%, so I just use the string method. And now what I do to get it there, top dead center, is I usually have a screwdriver in there to feel, and then I will turn my camshaft with a fucking wrench. I think it's a 3/4 inch wrench, yeah. 3/4 inch wrench, and I will put it on here, and I'll turn until I feel with the screwdriver that it's at top dead center, close to top dead center. That's after I feed all the string in there, of course. And then when I feel it's close to top dead center, I take the screwdriver out because it won't go any higher, won't let it go all the way up. I'll take the screwdriver out, I'll turn the cam a little bit more so I know it is at top dead center, and leave the string in there. Now I'm using about, I measured it out, it's like 3 feet of string, rope, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how thick this is. It is kind of thick though. I can get a measuring tape out if you guys really want to know. Alright, so measuring it, it looks like it is about 3/8, so it's not too bad. I remeasured it also. It looks like it is about 5 feet of length. Now, I do shove this whole thing in there, like the whole fucking thing, and I leave just a tail out so I can grab it and feel safe about it. But I really don't want those valves dropping. Like, I definitely don't want them dropping. I mean, I'm at top dead center, so there's a good chance that I'm not going to drop them, but I would rather just deal with the fact that they are definitely not going to drop. So I will feed this all in there now. If you are having a hard time putting it in there, use a screwdriver to help you. Alright, Now you can see that I left a little tail out here, just this little guy right there. That's just to pull it out when I'm done. And I don't really want to lose the string in there. I don't think it'd be the end of the world if I did. I could probably get that out, but yeah, just for myself. Okay. Now I'm gonna put my screwdriver in there. That's probably the screwdriver I was using to feel, I don't know. And I might bump the camera. Trying to get this top dead center, but I mean, you can also watch the cams and see when you're at top dead center. It's not too difficult. Okay, so definitely back the other way, right about there. I can feel resistance because the screwdriver is stopping it from going up all the way. So go back that way a little bit, remove the screwdriver, and go just a little bit more, right about there. So I probably shouldn't be able to push the screwdriver in now. Yep. So you can't push the screwdriver in anymore because the cylinder's in the way. Alright, now if you want to wear gloves, you can wear gloves. Sometimes I wear gloves, so I'm going to wear gloves. Some parts of this you're not going to want to wear gloves. Or if you do wear gloves, wear some fucking tight ones. Alright, so the little clippy clip. I'm not super technical, I don't know what everything's called. Zoom in a little more. So, we're going to be taking this little retainer spring thing off, and that pulls off pretty easy. You can just lift up and pull back, and it comes off. And then, yeah, you see these little guys, they're going to be keeping it, oops, right there. Focus, yeah, okay, it's just this right here. It comes off and on super easy, nothing technical about it, but put that aside. And then the next part you're going to want to do is take the little lifter out, which isn't too hard. We're going to use our tool, and I will show you how it is. I'm going to be on the other side of the car. This tool is pretty self-explanatory, really. It just holds onto the camshaft and pushes the valve down, the valve spring down, and then you can pop this guy off, just like that, and pull it out, and there it is. Comes off nice and easy. Let that back up nice and easy. And I did drop my lash pad. That is okay, because I got a magnet on a stick. This is my small one. I use 2 magnets on a stick for this, just in case. I have my small pen style one and a little bit bigger one. So I'll get my lash pad out. Boop. Just like that. Lash pad retrieval system works just fine. And I will put that into my little tin with my little fucking spring thing, whatever it's called. Okay, and that part's pretty easy. Got the lifter out just fine. Okay, now this part is probably one of my least favorite parts. Oops, flashing flashlight. Okay, so you can see the lifter's off. See that one beside it. Lifter thingamabob, and none. Lifter thingamabob, not there. But you still got this top hat. And what you have to do is there's these 2 little keepers that go into the grooves of the valve. And that pretty much keeps the valve from dropping and keeps the spring bringing the valve back up when their, you know, combustion shit happens. Now that's what else this is for. Again, this, you can see it working on this side a little bit better, how this tool works. I can link you to this tool also. It's also on Z-Car Depot. I think it's like $98. I got it on Marketplace from a guy that already did his valves and stuff, so he was selling it for cheaper than Z-Car Depot did. So you're going to be pushing it down. And another thing is, if you push this down, and like mine, you can see it right now, my spring's going down and the valve stopped going down. Now, if you are running into an issue where you're pushing your valve down, or the spring down, and your valve is going down also, like mine is right now, it's going down, up, and then it pops. Sometimes yours will pop, sometimes it might not pop. One thing I can recommend is using a socket and putting the socket over that top hat and giving it just a little light whack to set it free. But yeah, just push down on it, and then you're going to use some magnets on a stick. I'm going to attempt to do this one-handed, I think. I was thinking of trying to keep the flashlight on there, but I don't even know if I can do that. Let me try something. Def not going to work, my guys. Trying to shove it in my fuel rail. It's probably a bad idea. Okay, that's good enough for me. Okay, now I'm going to use my little magnet on a stick here, and I'm going to get the keepers out with it. So push down. Come on. Oh, got one. There we go. Right here. This little guy right here. And drop that in your tin, or whatever you guys are keeping your fucking little parts. And trust me, and do one of these at a time and keep everything in a little box or something where you're not going to lose them. Okay, and got the one on the other side. My flashlight falls, and there it is. Look at that. What do you think of that? That's pretty awesome. Okay, keep your hand down on the thing, the valve, and let up slowly so your spring doesn't fly off and kill everyone around you. And I do this without gloves, this part without gloves, because if I have to grab that little piece, I do not want to drop it. I don't want to lose it anywhere. I don't want to order any more parts. I'm just trying to replace what needs to be replaced here to get this car through life. Okay. Now take the tool out of the way. Again, this is the most amazing thing ever. It's super simple too. Just made out of flat stock, some round shit, and bolts. It's not bad at all. Let me set this aside. Alright, put my gloves back on. Sometimes I use gloves for this part, sometimes I don't. Alright, set this aside. And greasy fingers. Alright. And then boop. So I got my valve right there. There's some light. I don't know if you can see at the bottom. I'll try to make it my little stick to point. So the valve seal is just this little rubber piece right there. It's all of these have been pretty hard. Some of them have actually been missing a little piece on them, so taking them off is fucking good. But they're solid, so I mean, if they're not well compressed around your valve, oil is definitely going to be getting by and into your exhaust, and you're going to smoke when you let off the gas off the throttle. Or if you're hard on the throttle, some can get into the intake valve instead, and yeah, it's a whole deal. Pretty much all my valves are shot. My valve seals are shot. I looked at my spark plugs. They're all pretty much wet on them, so I'm hoping this helps. I'm just trying to get this car through life right now, just to work, because it's like I'm going to be swapping the engine out anyway, so I don't want to do fucking too much. Alright, I'm going to zoom you out for a minute. Boop, here we go. Okay, now to pull this seal off, you can use any means necessary to get the fucking thing off. I use this, which is what I use to pull out spark plugs usually, or just pull out the glow plugs on my Jetta, since they're in a pretty messed up area. And I don't have to pull on the harness, I can just grab around it and just pull up, and they come up. But I'm going to be using this for the valve seal things. If I had a part number on this, I'd let you know. I don't know. It's not too specialty, I think. There's a name right there, if you guys can read it. Maybe. if you want to try to look them up and see what they are. These are what I use though. They can just grab around the valve seal and pull up, and sometimes these are a bitch to get off, sometimes they're not. Sometimes I have to go to the other side of the car. It just takes some finessing sometimes, so I'll zoom you back in. But yeah, sometimes these pull off easy, sometimes they do not. If they feel like they're gonna break, then that's fine, because you're putting a new one on. Oh, it slipped. Come on. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay, and I got it off. I'll come around there and show you people. Let me put a glove on. No, fuck gloves. But there it is right here, the old valve seal. It looks like the top spring is probably gone. Yeah, it's gone. The top spring's gone. There should be 2 springs on this. There's one on the top, one on the bottom, I believe. And yeah, this one's missing the top spring. But that's what I found with a few of these so far, is they are missing the little springs that go around these rubber things. See, there's one spring right there. Now there should be another one on the top part, but this one is missing it. So that's fucking up a sealing point for you. Alright, time to get the new seals on. Here's your new seal. You see this one has the spring at the top, spring at the bottom to keep tension around the seal while it's on the valve stem, whatever you want to call it. Now this comes with a little tool to put down over the valve stem. Just put it on like that. There's a stopper at the top, and you just slide it on down just like that, and it's easy. But yeah, this part goes on the valve stem, and it comes in the kit. So okay, and push it down on there. I'm gonna lift it up just a little bit more so I can feel safe about my life choices. Pull her up just a wee bit, right about there. That's good. Push down over the little condom, and sometimes this goes down easier than others. Kind of finesse it down, get it around the base, or if you have a socket that fits it fairly tightly, not too tightly, but slides, definitely use that. Nothing with sharp edges. You don't want to score up this rubber, you don't want to cut it really, otherwise you're going to run into the same fucking problem you had before. Alright, and it popped down on there. Nice and easy. And inspect it. Make sure you did make contact. It went all the way down to the bottom. It definitely went down all the way to the bottom. And then go ahead and pull your little plastic condom thing off. Alright, now for reassembly, I'm gonna get my springs. Those are gonna go on there first. I'll try to probably put both of them on there at the same time. Big one and the small one, I think. Maybe. Oh, I might need to move that. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, see, they pop right in like just like that. It's super easy. There was no problem there. That was incredibly easy. They don't really have to be turned any certain way or anything. But okay. Next is the top hat. Whatever you want to call it, valve hat. I don't know. I don't even know what the technical term for that fucking thing is. Alright, there we go. And then we are going to need that tool again, the spring compressor. And this is my least favorite part ever. We're gonna have to put the 2 little keepers back in there that hold the valve stem so it doesn't drop. Now, something I do is I dry them off completely, get all the oil off them as much as I can. Because I am probably going to be handling these with my fingers. And I just don't like getting completely greasy and oily. Just try to stay as clean as possible. But at the same time, I don't really want to use gloves because I can't get a proper feel for the part that I'm dealing with. Here we go, but yeah, I'm gonna just compress it like that. And sometimes I can get away with dropping them in there, kind of right side up, and getting them to just fall into place. I've had it happen a couple times and I was really excited. But I'll try doing it half-assed right first. But so I'm gonna grab this one like this, and I'm gonna try doing like a left and a right thing. Here, focus, buddy. Yeah. So I'm gonna grab it by the corner like that. Put one on like this, and then the other one, this is upside down, but put in like that on that side. So just to make it easier on myself. Okay, so push down, plop this fucking thing in there and get it to come off the magnet. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it went on. Yeah, that one went right on. Now, if you can get one extra person for this to use their finger and kind of push down, that would be really helpful. But there, I got it to drop off the magnet, push down further, and there it goes, kind of into the keeper, and kind of go back and forth, and there we go. It caught. There we go. Keepers are back in there. That's the most fucked up part to do on this whole entire job, is getting those keepers back in there. The first time I did this and got those keepers in there, it took me way too long. The second time, I think I did the second one total in like 20 minutes, 25 minutes maybe. Maybe half an hour, I don't know. But it's not too bad. It's just be careful, don't lose shit, especially those keepers. Now, the lash pad goes on top of that, and I'll probably put my gloves back on for that. Let's see what happens. Pop that right on top, get it kind of squared up because there's the little notches on top. It goes on two ways, so don't worry about it too much. And yeah, I don't know. My lash pads don't look terrible. I'm not worried about them. Again, this engine, I'm just keeping it alive for now, modifying everything else, doing suspension and whatever. So I'm not super concerned with engine life. But let's see if I can get this back on without fucking anything up. You might have to use the spring compressor again. FYI. FIY. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. Okay. There we go. No problem. Got the back side of that lifter on there and everything. That was actually the easiest one I've done so far. Alright, now one of the easiest parts is just putting this spring back on. It's pretty, look at the rest of them. It's not hard to figure out. You're gonna want to get these hooks in the loops down there and oops. Did it backwards and doing it one-handed. Not that difficult. Making it more difficult than it needs to be because I'm holding a flashlight for you people. Alright. And boop, there we go. It's in there. There we go. That one's done. All done. Nice and easy. Valve seal's good. Okay. And now this cylinder trick, since there is 2 valves per cylinder, I'm in that one now. So since I'm in 1 cylinder and I got a top dead center, that means I can do 2 valves. So I don't need to take my string out. I can just do the one right beside it because they're in 2s. Since it's, 2 valves per cylinder. Again, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Since it's a 6 cylinder, straight 6. whatever, just got oil on my hands, but it's not that difficult. And again, I definitely say the rope method over the air method because, you know, I don't have to listen to my air compressor turn on if there is a leak or anything. It's a lot quieter. Plus, if you lose air pressure for some unknown reason, you don't have to worry about your valve just dropping into oblivion and having to try to fish it out or just take your head off, which is total bullshit. But just, yeah, repeat this process throughout the whole thing. You're not going to have any problems. This is a Datsun 280Z, but this goes for like any overhead cam vehicle that you can think of. They're all pretty much the same. Again, that tool is right here. It's pretty cool. Just a piece of DOM, some flat stock bolted on there, and some more flat stock with a ring welded on it, or kind of 3/4 ring, I guess. But it's awesome. It's a lifesaver. I think it was on Z-Car Depot's website. I feel like it's more expensive than it needs to be. I don't remember the price. It might have been like $90 or something, which is kind of absurd for how easy a piece this is. So if you can find one used on like a Z-Car forum or a different kind of forum like eBay, I think you can find these on eBay too, but I don't know if there's different applications or whatever. This is just for an overhead cam. Yeah, if you guys want to see more stuff like this, feel free to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share it on any Datsun forum or overhead cam forum of anybody that wants to know how to do this. I hope this helped. See you guys next time.